G'day, welcome to the Larry Lakers, where it's time to talk and get to the final details of the Pacers, the Indiana Pacers versus the Lakers for the big one, the trophy. Let's get the whole lot. We've got to get it today because it's the last chance. It's the last game of the in-season tournament. Congratulations, Lakers. Congratulations, Pacers. But Maiko of San Luis Obispo says, why do the bookies have this game so close when the Lakers are coming off a 133-89 win? Well, we'll preview that and more. Who to watch out for, what to worry about, and who to expect big things from on the Larry Lakers. It's a podcast and a YouTube. Please subscribe for the podcast. Give us a like, give us a comment, and even a Gmail, thelarrylakers@gmail.com. Here you go. Why do the bookies have this so close? Well, it's closer than you think. We haven't seen much of these teams, but last year, the games on, Mike, they were really close. The Lakers lost by one. Who can forget the pass? We had it covered. They swung it across, hit a three-pointer on us. The Pacers upset us in LA. We returned the favour, though, and we won in there at Indiana. So teams that only see each other a couple of times a year, totally different style. Haliburton's been playing so well. This is a game that could be closer than people think. This is the leading scoring team in the NBA. Sure, they give up a lot of points too. They're around 30th, 29th in defense, but they are also up at first in offense and first in offensive efficiency. So this will be potentially a close game. No wonder the computers and the AI or whoever trusts these bookies says this is going to be close. What have we got to do here? The biggest challenge is the fast pace. Iron Mike giving up fast break points. Tyrese Haliburton, 27 points, 7 rebounds, 15 assists. This guy's an assist machine. Different to those little guards that have troubled the lateral movement, the high scoring type guards, the Donovan Mitchells, the Tyrese Maxeys, the Shea jump into us, Alexander types. This guy is a bit more sleek, like our own D'Angelo Russell, but with a million assists, an unorthodox three that's famous, of course, but he's scoring them. So who cares? The Bucks, they play a bit more drop coverage than us, so they have Big Lopez sag back a bit and protect. But I think we'll be a bit more switchy and a bit like when AD ended up on Booker there. A lot of people talk about that three from Austin Reeves. What about the defensive stop where we got the shot clock to run out against Phoenix? AD ended up Booker. We thought he might get him on skates. It was a little close, but he couldn't quite get around AD there. So switching, I think, could be a difference. We've got to also stop these offensive rebounds. But let's talk about point of attack D. It'll be important. Reddish, Torian Prince might get into foul trouble if they switch around and force Torian to be on him. They had a quiet game, thankfully, from three-point range. They got guys like Buddy Hield that we've always sort of longed for on the Lakers, but I don't want to overpay for this gentleman at the moment. They score well in the paint. They're sneaky good in the paint, and they usually give up a lot in the paint. But last game, you'll be interested to see what sort of sneaky goodness they have in that paint. They also give up a fair bit on the perimeter. That's how they get those fast breaks, I guess, as well. But that could be good for the Lakers. Both teams lift a little bit in threes in the in-season tournament. The Lakers can give away too many offensive boards. Are you worried about that? Big Muns at block tons. I am. Even in the game, everyone's raving about the way we beat the Pelicans 133-89, but we give up too many offensive rebounds. Even if four of us are blocking out and one guy zips in, that one guy that charges flies in for the flyer, the long rebound, and puts it back, that it still stings us. You get that 4 or 5 times. I think they just about had 10 points from offensive rebounds first quarter. The Pelicans, we've got to stop it. Good question, Big Muns. Blocks tons. Thanks for your questions. The last season games were very close. Yeah, we talked about that. Thank you there from Jai, the retro shoe guy. The Lakers, some interesting work. Yes, I've been noticing some interesting work there. LeBron off the ball. He working a little bit harder. Can he add something at this age to his game? But it doesn't get him a lot of assists. But coming in from the weak side, getting there and sealing his player, getting the ball circa the very first play last game against the Pelicans. It showed he was willing to run hard off the ball. He was fair dinkum. He'd come to win that game, and he ran down with speed, oldest player in the game, curled around, sealed his man, got the pass, and it showed we're off for business. And it might also show Coach Ham is doing a few things, including things like big to small. They're rolling on the screen and roll the big to small. So the pass is coming from the AD and the LeBrons, and the roller is the Austin Reeves or the D'Angelo Russells, and they're getting to the basket because everyone's pushing up on the LeBrons. Maybe the players thought of it. Maybe the Coach Ham, who cops a lot of criticism, thought of it himself. That's one to watch for. What about the next lot of questions here? Let's have a look at the stats. How does this team beat a team as fanciful as Milwaukee? Well, you would think it would be from the fast breaks, but there's a few little sneaky surprises from them. Their field goals, they were a little bit better, 49 to their 44. But it wasn't the three-pointers. They only hit 21. So I'm worried they're due next game. We've got to defend them on the perimeter, particularly guys like Buddy Hield. They didn't have great nights against Milwaukee. So how did they win? You'll be surprised. It was points in the paint, 72-60. There's a sneaky 12 in the paint, and a little better from free throw line. They were 84%, while the Bucks were only 75%. And got about a similar amount of points in terms of, do they milk the refs or get more calls? 28 points attempted by Milwaukee, 25 attempted there. Offensive rebounds, look, they're not a great team, but they're sneaky. 15-point rebounds against Milwaukee's 12 there. So that could be 6 points for you. That could be the difference in the game. 36-34 on the defensive. Not much there. So not a strong rebounding team, but we've got to stop letting them sneak in for the offensive. Surprisingly good in the paint, but they also give up a lot in the paint. Statistically across the league, they might be a bit tighter on the in-season tournament cup. Ones to watch. Is it just a one-man show here? Ask Sean at Tabby Takeaway. This Tyrese Haliburton, sure, he played 37 minutes, 11 and 19. He's very effective. He got 3 of 9, so he can hit a 3, albeit 3 of 9 there last game. But what about 27 points for this guy and 15 assists? That's pretty handy there. 7 rebounds. He's a bit taller than you realise. Miles Turner, 9 of 18, often been talked about as a guy they'd like to get, but of course re-signed there and extended at the Pacers, so not coming to the Lakers in a hurry and probably on too much money for anything we could get. But this guy can stretch the floor as well. 10 rebounds, 26 points. Toppin, part of that trade from New York, 14 points, handy, but his percentage, it was pretty handy, 6 of 8. The guys I thought where we might beat them was the bench. One of our folks has asked, will our bench be a difference? And I think they could be, but this time, Naismith was a sneaky good, plus 16. Again, looked like a throwaway in the Boston trade. TJ McConnell, not on for long. We remember him from the old 76ers days, but he was efficient. A real plus minus of plus 9. Jackson, a real plus minus of plus 14. Plus 16 in the real plus for Naismith. And this Nembhard, he was one of the guys, and Mathurin, they were guys. He was a guy that hurt us last time in LA, plus 17. Although 3 of 12, they held some of these guys down in the points, yet they still found a way to win. But these can be biggish wings. Naismith, I think, can sort of challenge LeBron, but I don't think he can challenge him for 4 quarters. Just a few moments of interesting times there. Do you think LeBron would like to be MVP is our next question, and does it add pressure to the team? Another one from Sean and Abby Takeaway. Thanks for throwing 2 questions in, mate. Good to have you here. Every time, I think he would like to win it. I didn't think anyone would like to say it first, but now it's game momentum. I think he'd like to win it. And not just that, the team would love to win, but partly for themselves. It's nice to get a bit of a win, bit of money, something that's the first time of anything. But I think LeBron, would be fascinating for him, 1, to be MVP when he's been MVP of the league before, but 2, at his age, to be the MVP of anything, or one of the best players on the floor at his age, the oldest man in the league. Yes, the oldest in the league. That's amazing. Yes. Does it add pressure to the others? I think it could. They could come out a little sloppy, but I think everyone will be trying to get their head and effort in the right place for LeBron and for each other. I think this has gained momentum. This, despite the funny looking painted courts, gained momentum this in-season tournament. Do you think Max Christie or the bench will be a factor? Three names at Scotown. I would have thought our bench was better than theirs when you look at Austin Reeves, Vando, Rui. But when I look at those minutes there from Naismith in their previous game, look, it could be a surprise, but Austin Reeves certainly got more points and spark in him than TJ McConnell. As good as TJ McConnell is, I think the combination Vando, Austin, Rui, our bench is a spot where we could be a difference in this game. Do you think no lead will be safe with this team, Tony? Comes the question there from Mick the Levy at Dean City. Look, Mick, the Levy, take it to the Levy. What a great tune that was. No lead will be safe. Exactly right. These guys were way behind against Milwaukee and in their third quarter and still came back and beat them. So we have to be careful. We have to play all four quarters, the first quarter calzones. That's not just something to be funny. That's something to focus the crowd and focus the players. We want to win each quarter, please. Good news. The Lakers are one of the better teams in terms of fouls committed. Do you think they can continue this, Tony, from Harley at Pieface? Yes, I think they can and they need to because we don't want to get into foul trouble against these guys. We can't let last game's shooting be a one-off. The good news is we are slightly higher in our shooting percentage. Look, we're looking forward to the game. The Lakers, not the best stats across the league, but in the end season, there's something extra. We need to stop that fast break. They didn't get that many against Milwaukee. Points in the paint, take it to our advantage. Don't give any to them in terms of second chance opportunities. We've been a little lax there in the past. I think we can rotate our D on Haliburton. I hope he doesn't have a breakout game. He's not the same guard that has hurt us in the past, as we've noticed. Good luck, Lakers. Turn up. Oh, good on you, fans. I'll be excited to watch. Can the Lakers get something? They're in the final two last year in the Western Conference. Now it's good to be in the final two at Vegas in the in-season tournament, the Big Bowl. Who knew it would mean so much? Tomorrow it does. Thank you. Good luck, Lakers.